Hi everyone. Today we are going to understand the basic meaning, the types and concepts of accounting. Now let us first understand the basic meaning of accounting. See, an organization has to be transparent and fair to all the stakeholders. It can be suppliers, the shareholders, okay? They can be your customers. So, why do we need to be transparent? It is so because they or the stakeholders have direct or indirect interest in the company, okay? They have basically financed certain portion of their amount or money in the company. So accounting may be defined as the process of recording. Yes, we have to record every transaction that we do, okay? Then we have to classify it also, okay? We have to classify it in journal, ledger, various final accounts, okay? Then we have to summarize, okay? Then finally we analyze and interpret the results. That is, we use various accounting ratios to understand how has been our performance, and then finally we communicate the result to the person interested in such information, okay? All the stakeholders who are interested in our company's performance, they are basically communicated the results of the performance of the company. We see the accounting ratios or various accounting parameters of various companies being published in newspapers, okay? Now let us discuss the various types of accounts. The first one is the personal account. Personal account is related to any artificial person or a natural person, okay? So the rule for this is debit the receiver and credit the giver, okay? For example, company XYZ received some cash from Ram, okay? So debit will be the receiver. Who is the receiver? The company is the receiver. Let's say Elite International Private Limited. Then credit the giver. Who is the giver in this case? Ram is the giver. Okay. So we will be crediting Ram's account, right? Then comes his real account. Real account includes all the assets. They can be tangible assets also and intangible assets also. So the rule for this is debit what comes in, credit what goes out. So let's say I purchase a machinery, okay, in cash. So what will I be debiting? Machinery, okay, because debit what comes in and credit what goes out. What is going out in this case? Money is going out. So cash account will be credited. So debit Ram's account or debit the machinery account and credit the cash account, right? Then lastly comes is the nominal account. See, nominal account is basically related to the expenses and the incomes. What can be the expenses of business? It can be like your rent, electricity cost, your salaries and all. And incomes could be you receive some dividend from the investments which you have done, okay? Then similarly you can receive rent also. So there can be many incomes which business gets from its investments. Okay, the rule for this is debit all the expenses. We have to debit all the expenses like salary, like your rent, electricity and all, and then we can credit all incomes and gains. What can be the incomes and gains? As I said, they can be like your dividend that you receive, okay, various capital gains that you receive from the investments, particularly in shares that you have done, right? Now let us discuss the various concepts of accounting. The first one is the business entity concept. This concept basically says that the business and owner are different parties, right? See, business is registered in its own name, okay? For example, Elite International Private Limited will be treated as different from the owner, okay? So both will have separate identity. This is what the business entity concept says. Now comes with the going concern concept. And this concept basically focus on that the business will go on forever, okay? It has no plan of being closed or closing in the near future. It is assumed that this will go on forever. The third one is the dual aspect concept. This concept basically focuses on every transaction having two side or two aspects. Okay, that is a debit and a credit. We all know that every transaction has two sides, right? For example, I am purchasing machinery or furniture in cash, so obviously I will be purchasing furniture and paying cash. So there are two aspects, debit and credit. Okay, then comes is the historical cost concept. This concept basically says that you have to record every transaction at the historical cost. No matter whatever the current market value is, you have to only record it at the historical cost. That is the cost at which it was purchased, right? Then comes the accounting period concept. This concept says that there's a particular time at which you have to record any transaction. Okay, and we all know that it is generally a year, that is starting from 1st April to 31st March, right? We call it financial year. Then the last one is the money measurement concept. This concept basically says that you have to record all the transactions which can be worth or recorded in the money terms only. There is no place for immaterial things. Every transaction which has a worth will only be recorded and no other transactions, right? So what did we discuss today? We basically understood the meaning of accounting. We understood that it is very important for an organization to record all the transactions, okay, to interpret all the transactions, and finally inform the result to its stakeholders, because they have direct or indirect interest in the company. Okay, then we discussed about the various types of accounts. The personal account, yes, personal account is the account which tells us that we have to debit the receiver and credit the giver. Okay, then we talked about real account. It basically includes all the tangible and intangible assets, and the rule is we have to debit what comes in and credit what goes out. Then finally there is nominal account, which talks about the expenses and incomes. Okay, we have to debit all the expenses and losses, and we have to credit all the incomes and gains. Then finally we discussed about the various important concepts of accounting. The first one being the business entity concept, meaning that the business is different from its owner. Then going concern concept, assuming that the business will go on forever and ever. Dual aspect concept says that there is a two side aspect of every transaction, right? Then historical concept says that we have to record every transaction as historical value rather than the market value, right? Then accounting period is very important concept, and we all know that there is a financial year. At the end of every financial year, the company prepares its final accounts, right? Trading account, your balance sheet, your profit and loss account, cash flow statement. Okay. Then finally it analyzes them also through various ratios. Then money measurement concept tells that everything will be recorded in money terms only. Okay. Now let us practice some important questions. Which concept says that a business will go on forever and ever? We discussed that going concern concepts focuses on a business will go on forever and ever, right? So correct answer for this would be going concern concept, that is option C, right? Now the next question is, which concept focuses on a time period to record every transaction? A. Business entity concept. B. Historical entity concept. C. Dual aspect concept. D. Accounting period concept. See, we discussed that we record or we make final accounts on a yearly basis. We call it a financial year. So the correct answer would be accounting period concept. Okay, because it is on a specific time that we prepare the various accounts. Okay, right. So this was all for today. Thank you so much for your time. See you soon. Bye bye.